Do you open the door of your home to family and friends for the holiday season? Do you like to give sitting down dinner parties? If yes, and you do it often, create something stunning to look at while your guests are gathered around the table and enjoy your lovely dinner. Your table should be colorful, inviting, why not extravagant, and filled with great food. Welcome to another episode of Valentina Design Universe. I am Valentina Cirasola, the host, and today I will talk about how to decorate a holiday table or any table with colors, following only your instinct and not rules. Do you know it is easy to decorate a dining table with the traditional dishware, crystal, glassware, and silver flatware? There is nothing to it, anybody can do it. But the challenge comes when you want to follow your instinct, when you want to do something out of the ordinary and colorful at the same time. So how does a table that responds to these characteristics would look like, one might ask? Roll the first photo studio, please. This is what I called a Bohemian, thank you. This is what I call the Bohemian style. It's a special decor. The Bohemian style refers to the style of Slavic people of centuries ago who immigrated to the western side of the historical region of the Czech lands, which is today, present-day Czech Republic. Those population loved colors. They mixed and matched fabric, texture, pattern, metals, and colors without rules, and somehow they work together very well. Now, I've been fascinated with Bohemian style, their music, their lifestyle, their colors, and I do it often in fashion and interiors. So roll this second photo. No, before you do that, let's go back to the Bohemian. Let's go back, thank you. And yes, on the Bohemian table, what I want to point out is that the tablecloth is silk. The main tablecloth is silk. Then there is a shawl over it, which is red voile, and it has nothing to do with the table or the tablecloth, but shawls can work really well into this kind of style. And then the plates are very different from each other. Each set of glassware are the same. They're different. There is a different glass for wine, water, and a liqueur, but each set is the same. The plates are not. The plates are different. And that's what I wanted on this Bohemian table. I wanted the diversity of texture. Roll the second photo, please. Thank you. This is a white tablecloth setting. On this tablecloth, you will see that the dinner starts with the soup, but the spoon is round, and I will show you the difference. This is a bouillon spoon. It's round, and a bouillon is nothing but a clear broth of beef, chicken, vegetables, or fish. But the soup spoon is elongated because it will have to pick up the pieces that are in the broth. So there are two kind of different soups and two kind of different spoons. And then you see no decoration on this white tablecloth. Why? Because the bread is the decorative item. Bread in many cultures is essential. It's an essential item for a dinner. Breaking bread with your guest, it's a symbol of trust, friendship, and being part of the family that has invited you. So it's kind of an honor. The bread is often placed in the center of the table instead of the decorative items. So, and that also means that you can help yourself as many times as you like to have bread. But when on the side of the plate, on the left side, there is a small bread plate, it probably means you can only have one. Or in a very formal dinner, you might have a server coming around with basket of breads and asking you if you want more. But generally, it's not. That's not the case. Roll the third photo, please, studio. And here we have a dark setting, but the theme here is medieval. I wanted to have an inspiration. I had an inspiration from medieval architecture. And as in fact you see, the candle holders are mimicking the cathedrals and buildings generally of the Middle Age. And that was kind of a dark era. So I wanted to portray that on a table with a brown tablecloth in voile, and the top of the tablecloth has embossed velvet blue design. It might not show very well in a picture, but it's brown and blue. Underneath, there is a color of green color, and it's the same fabric. It's voile and embossed green velvet design. So here on this table, everything is dark, and the only light other than the candle lights on the table are the lamps around the table. And the plates pick up the colors. The plates are very colorful, and since the center of the plates are white, I put a white napkins with blue edges to echo the plate's design. And the rest are just little diamonds, acrylic, that pick up the shimmering of the lights around. Please roll the fourth picture. This is a theme, it's a bucolic theme. Here was a celebration of this fall season. So the tablecloth is a cow print, and in the center there is another tablecloth that is a scene of barns and chickens and farm life and cows and all. But since the tablecloth is so busy, I kept the plate setting at a very neutral. But what makes this tablecloth, this setting, or let's call it tablescape, what makes it is the fact that the napkins is the same color, the same fabric of the tablecloth, and it's inside of the glass. And on the table, there is a tube that I made out of cardboard, which is the napkin holder, made in a very country style. Inside, I set the flatware, and then when the guests left, they took with them the napkin holder, the silverware that they've used, the cow napkin that they use, and the menu of that day. Now, do you want to know what the menu was? Okay, it was a menu made for fall food. So I had a dipping sauce, and then can you roll the menu, because it's kind of long. Can you roll the menu, please? So it's the beginning, it was a dipping sauce, then lentil soup with oranges, very good. Risotto with purple radicchio, so the risotto was purple. The main dish was coffee crusted grilled pork and roasted cabbage with pomegranate balsamic vinegar. For dessert, it was raspberry muffins, coffee surprise, and digestive drinks. And that was the menu that they took with them. Of course, in the back, there was the explanation of everything that they ate. So Vincent van Gogh said a long time ago, there is no blue without yellow and without orange. Now, right there is your answer. This means that when you decorate the table with colors, first think of a theme, then decide on colors, find the base colors, and then all the complement or analog colors. The rest, it's all your fantasy, up to your instinct. Let it go. On this table, for instance, this is an Italian setting. The tablecloth is blue, very pretty blue. And all the tableware are different colors and they are analog colors that really match very well with the blue. Now here, this bowl, I set fruit, but this can be for bread. And this for vegetables, this one here. The rest, as you can see, it's very calm and very simple, salt and pepper, and a very small decoration, kept low so people can talk about it. And here we have this little thing, these little masks are for decorative purpose. This is the only decoration that every guest will have. But then they can take it home with them as a gift. So in this dinner, we know that this dinner starts with a toast. So this goes first, a fluted glass for the toast, then red wine, white wine, and water. Water, I put it in a color glass because water, we don't need to see it. And this bottle here is for wine. It has a little decorative lady as well. But the thing is, when you have a beautiful tablecloth, you don't want to drip the wine over the table. So wrap around, like I did here, wrap around a napkin and then pour. So if there is a drip, it will go on a napkin and not on a tablecloth. Good. So this is an Italian table. And of course, at the end, there will be espresso with the little cups. These are demi-tasse. Now, some people are intimidated when they see too many flatwares on the table. So this is easy. Don't be scared. Flatwares are set following the progression of the dinner. You will use all the dinnerware, the silverware, from outside in. Let's say the dinner starts with a soup. On the far right inside, there will be the spoon for the soup. But if it starts with a salad, the small salad fork will be at the far left end. So then you work your way in. And so it's that easy. Don't be afraid of that. If the fork will be used again from the main course to the second course, then what you do with a fork, you lay it on the table. You lay it on the dish, the next dish, but not on the table. Unless the host say, leave the fork in a dirty dish. They will tell you. The cloth napkin. The cloth napkin for lunch and dinner, the cloth napkins have a different size. The only thing you need to know is when you start the dinner, the fold of the napkin goes towards your belly. and not anywhere else. Gentlemen, please don't do this. It's not a good thing, okay? Not a good thing to put it over your shirt. Anyway, so you put the fold towards the belly, and when you finish, you put the soiled part in, and then place it on the right side of your plate setting. Don't put it inside the dirty dishes, because that's not a good thing to do. I've seen it done, but it's not so pretty. Anyway, okay, let me put this back as it was in the little pocket. Now, let's talk about lighting. Lighting plays a very important role in a dining set. Light accentuates important areas or items and puts in a temporarily shadow the items or area. They're not that important to look at. The right light, it's comfortable, and it gives excitement. The wrong light creates discomfort. When we illuminate a dining table, it's important to place the light. Most people have recessed light, but it's very important to place the light at an angle, like that, left and right, in order not to create shadow under the eyes of your guest, especially if they're women. Women, be careful. Your women guests will not appreciate you if you make them look older. A dimmable light, it's better to create an ambiance of intimacy. And all the shadows around are the surrounding area, are in a temporarily shadow. But for me, the best dinner light is the cove light. It's ideal for dining in a cozy atmosphere. The cove is nothing but a curved piece of molding that goes on the ceiling line and conceals light inside. The light reverberates on the ceiling and falls down in the room without making shadows under any eyes, and it just keeps everything illuminated softly and pleasant. So everyone can dine at a table and can just be comfortable with conversing and listen to the music. So be creative and follow your instinct. When it comes to color, you can see nothing matches, but everything is working together very well. I want to tell you a story of why I called this show Dinner at 7. When I came to United States, I spoke English very well, but I did not know much of people's customs. So I invited the very few friends that I had just met, and I sent them a casual invitation through an email saying, I will see you at 7 at my home at this address. So I gave it for granted that they understood that at 7 we was going to have a dinner. But some of them thought it was an after-dinner getting together. So they ate before they came. And then they didn't want to eat anymore. I did not know that people here eat around 5 or 6 in the afternoon. I was disappointed because I had cooked so much and only a few of the guests ate. So it was supposed to be a sitting down dinner. It ended up being a dinner, very casual, self-service, do-it-yourself things. Basically, it was my fault because I didn't know that people eat early before 7. It was my fault that I didn't ask. So the moral is eating, it's a story, not just a moment to feel or fulfill a need. Every nation has special holiday dining customs and ritual, or just general dining customs. It doesn't have to be a holiday. When you are invited somewhere, make sure to communicate with the host and learn what is the invitation about. Ask if you need to bring something. Ask about the dress code. And if there is anything you should know about the dinner customs, or the invitation. So, or the guest. So let's go back to the color. So if in the past you have decorated your holiday table in the traditional way, the red, the green, the golden, and those were the colors you've always used, maybe this year you want to try something new. Put your fantasy to work, and you will surprise yourself and your guest. After all, colors are not going to hurt you. Colors will vibrate your life. Colors will make you feel good. And it's colors is colors and make you happy. And besides, when you put colorful food on the table, it just kind of calls for more colors around you. So this is what I can say. Vibrate your life with colors. You will transform everything around you, and your attitude will be better. So I hope this holidays you will try something new. And if people come to your home and look at a bit strange at you and say, like, what is this? Just say that you have seen it on Valentina Design Universe. So give me the blame. I can take it. So tonight I want to be thankful for the crew that I've had that made this show possible. And I hope you will try. As I say every time, change your colors. You will change your life vibration. So peace, love. I think the show will be closing down soon. Bye.